Tonight's recipe is a spicy chicken pasta.
Right, so what I've got is these various powders out here: chilli, pepper, paprika, and salt. And I've got my chicken here. I've got some olive oil in this. And the first thing I'm going to do now is to mix all these powders and this oil.
And apply it evenly on both sides of the chicken.
So now it's all nicely coated, and I'm going to just fry it and proceed from there. So here are the rest of our ingredients. There's some parsley for the garnish at the end. There's garlic, which is chopped up, nicely minced, finely chopped onions. There's about a little more than quarter cup of red wine. There's the chicken stock, and there's the pasta. The pan is heating, it's on high heat, and the chicken that we had coated with all those powders, I'm going to pop it in. Yeah. Right, what I've done, I've heated the pan, and the chicken that we we marinated, I guess, with all those powders, I've popped it in, and I'm going to cook it for maybe a minute and a half, max 2 minutes. Basically, I'll see as it gets sort of white and cooked. I don't want to cook it fully because we're going to add it to the rest of the meal later, but pretty much cooked. And yeah, so like this thin piece, for instance, one side pretty much done, and this little bit which normally I would have given to Charulata, my dog, but she's gone. So what I'm going to do with this is, once it cools down, I'll chop it up into little bits, which I'll add later into. The pan is already pretty hot with the chicken. I've put some olive oil in here, not too much, I want to keep it light, and so it's reasonably hot, but a little more, now time to put the onions in first. I don't want to brown the onions, just get them a little softer and a little translucent, get that sweetness of the onions then. And while the onions are getting sweet and I'm getting high, just go and subscribe. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, and cook. Yeah, because these are great dishes. They're delicious. Yeah, the onions are pretty much translucent now, and so I'm going to add some garlic, about a tablespoon, little more than a tablespoon, and I'm going to wait till the raw smell of garlic goes away before we get into the rest of it. And now time to put in the one ingredient I never showed in that ingredient list, is the tomato puree. You can make it at your place at home, or like I've done this time, taken the easy way out and bought it in a Tetra pack. So I'm going to add a bit of that. So I'm going to let the tomato puree cook for a little bit, get that sweetness out into it, and also that little sour, acidic flavor into it. Next up, the wine. I'll pop that in, and now I'll increase the heat again a little bit, let it all boil away, the alcohol, and if you don't want to use the wine, you can use vinegar. I've used some cheap red wine. You can use white wine if you want, as an alternative, or you can use some nice vinegar, maybe some balsamic vinegar. And so I'm just waiting for that smell of alcohol to go away, which is almost gone now. And now the chicken, which was not fully cooked, remember, it was slightly pink yet, so I popped it in now and let it all mix and start cooking with the wine and tomatoes, and let's get all the flavors in. And I'm now cooking all this on medium heat. Just increase it in between for the wine, for the alcohol to go away, and now it's all on medium heat again. And now I'm going to pour the chicken stock, about a quarter cup, half a cup maybe, yeah, about a half a cup of chicken stock, and again bring the temp up and let it come to a boil, and then let it cook a little bit. Right, time to add the pasta. Mix it all up nicely. Again, we're back on low heat. And what I'm going to do is now also add a bit of the water that is left over from the cooking of the pasta, and then there's the salt, and there we go. Let it cook for a few minutes, add the garnish, and then we'll grate the Parmesan cheese on it, and oh, it's gonna be delicious. Did you subscribe? No? Do it, please. Thank you. So I'm letting it all boil up for a couple of minutes. That will give enough time for the pasta to cook, from al dente to cooked, fully cooked, and the chicken, which was slightly pink, that will also cook, and all the tastes will sort of come together. Right, so we're pretty much done here. I'm just going to garnish it with some parsley, some fresh parsley, chopped up. I bought it packet from outside, but I'm going to start my kitchen garden again. One more try. What's wrong? And now I'm going to finish that drink. That's important. And then serve myself I'll grate some Parmesan on it and serve it. And now I'm going to add some freshly ground chili flakes. Add a little spice to it.